Welcome to Consumer Connection. My name is Susan Jones, Branch Manager with Fairfax County Consumer Affairs. I have with me today Melissa Smarr, Code Specialist 3 with the Post-Occupancy Enforcement and Public Outreach Branch with Fairfax County's Land Development Services, or LDS. Welcome, Melissa.
Thank you, Susan.
Now, in FY 2024, Land Development Services issued 63,195 building permits, which include commercial and residential projects, and the estimated total of new construction in Fairfax County at $1.53 billion. In addition to issuing building permits, LDS approved 2,772 total site-related plans on land permits so people can improve their land, build houses, additions, and swimming pools. Today's topic is about Land Development Services and what they do, and the Silver Shield Anti-Scam Program. So Melissa, can you share what services does Land Development Services provide for the public?
Thank you, Susan. LDS issues building, trade, and land permits for residential and commercial properties, and all of the associated inspections for those permits. There is a program also in LDS where we inspect 7,264 vertical transportation pieces of equipment in Fairfax County. Vertical transportation equipment refers to elevators, escalators, lifts, dumbwaiters, hoist, and moving walkways. Additionally, we do enforcement of land and building code violations. We also do outreach to include presenting to Fairfax County residents and about building permits 101, which is our basically introductory class, and when permits are required.
So what are the different functions within your branch?
So we have a couple of different functions. Number one, complaints are, we have complaints of issues where LDS inspectors have approved either commercial or building, residential building permits, and there could be violations within a 2-year period that is identified by the Virginia Residential and Virginia Construction Code. Number two, we assist the Fairfax County Police on home improvement or repairs complaints. Number three, we assist homeowners whose contractors have not completed their construction projects, which I know you all receive complaints as well. And then number four, we do outreach events, including this month being May, National Building Safety Month.
So when are building permits required for residential projects?
Well, we do have a lot. We'll go over some of them briefly. Number one, any direct replacement of household appliances, which includes stoves, ovens, gas water heaters, gas-fueled HVAC, etc. New, repair, or relocated electrical fixtures, which includes lights, outlets, switches, panels, ovens, dryers, EV chargers, which are now big in the county, etc. New, repair, or relocated mechanical or gas fixtures, that includes ductwork, range hoods, fireplaces, propane tanks, HVAC, etc. New, repair, or relocated plumbing or gas fixtures. This includes disposals, grinder pumps, sinks, tubs, showers, hose bibs, wet bars, which people put in their basements, water heaters, stoves, ranges, water closets, or toilets, connecting or disconnecting sewer or water. Interior alterations, renovations, that can include renovating master bathrooms, bedrooms, basements. It could also include removing an existing wall, building a new wall, creating a bedroom, or installing new window openings for egress. It could include the installation and or removal of non-load-bearing or non-structural walls. New additions, could that be extending on your home, a porch, a 3-season room, front porches, bump outs, second-story additions where people pop, as they say, pop the top, garages, carports. Detached building structures, including sheds, garages, carports, barns. We do have a few of those in Fairfax County, gazebos, pool houses, new homes, whether they're detached, single-family homes, duplexes, or townhouses. And then any miscellaneous work, either interior, exterior, including areaways, asbestos removal. Yes, we have asbestos still here in Fairfax County. Chimney repairs, foundation repairs, waterproofing, roof repairs, swimming pools, solar panels, retaining walls, removal of a building or structure, and or the demolition of homes or swimming pools.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I can say that is a very large list, and so if you have any questions, I would check out LDS webpage, and that way you can find out that long list.
Yes.
So when are building permits now required for commercial projects?
So it's going to be similar to residential. It's going to be either new, repair, replacement, or relocated of electrical fixtures, again, including lights, outlets, switches, panels. New, repair, replacement, or relocated mechanical or gas fixtures, ductwork, range hoods, fireplaces, propane tanks. New, repair, replacement of relocated plumbing or gas fixtures, and that can include sinks, tubs, showers, hose bibs, not so much wet bars, but water heaters, range hoods, closets, water closets for toilets. Interior alterations or renovations, what we call tenant layout of existing spaces. Could be additions to commercial properties, could be interior renovations like I mentioned. There are commercial buildings that do metal stud projects only, future tenant, module systems furniture. I already mentioned new additions, and again, anything interior, exterior to the property.
Wow, once again, another list for the commercial side and what you should be looking for. So if somebody has a question about what requires a permit, what should they do?
So we have a customer experience team that's located in LDS. They can call 703-222-0801, Mondays through Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Fridays from 9:15 a.m. to 4 p.m. Or they can go to our website, fairfaxcounty.gov/land development.
Now, it's my understanding to apply for permits, customers need to use the PLUS system. Can you explain more about that system?
Yes. So in October of 2022, the county land development agencies replaced what we had was FIDO with PLUS, and PLUS stands for Planning and Land Use System to the public. plus.fairfaxcounty.gov/citizen access/welcome.aspx. For customers who are using it for the first time, they have to create an account by selecting a username and password. The system will prompt them to answer security questions in order to finalize the creation of the account. Customers can apply for building, trade, and land, or trade, land, zoning, health, and fire permits, anything related to the building. They can also do other business tasks with Land Development Services, the Department of Planning and Development, the Office of the Fire Marshal, and the Health Department.
So why is permitting so important?
Well, LDS is committed to enforcing the provisions of both the Virginia residential and construction codes, and modifications thereof shall be as to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the residents of the Commonwealth. We want to ensure that the structures that people are using, whether it's residential or commercial, are safe, and this could be while we're eating out, going to a movie theater, or whatever activity that people are using buildings for in the county.
Well, I know that Consumer Affairs, we often refer consumers to the Department of Code Compliance. Is that the same thing as Land Development Services?
No, Land Development Services and the Department of Code Compliance are two separate departments. The Department of Code Compliance is responsible for investigating the following complaints: unpermitted construction work, whether it's residential or commercial, complaints regarding the zoning ordinance, anything related to zoning, complaints regarding the Virginia Property Maintenance Code, how your house looks on the outside and inside, and grass complaints, which they receive and handle between the months of April and October. Land Development Services does not do unpermitted construction complaints, but we do unpermitted land use, where people will clear their land without approval, stormwater complaints, resource protection area complaints, and of course the post-occupancy complaints we discussed earlier.
Now, does LDS receive inquiries from homeowners about contractors?
Yes, we do. We receive phone calls and email messages with questions about whether or not contractors have licenses within Virginia, specifically with the Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation. DPOR, as it's known, provides information on the 10 tips to hire a contractor, and I'll highlight a few. They recommend hiring only licensed contractors, checking the status of the contractor licenses because some contractors will work outside of their scope. They recommend getting 3 references, reviewing past work, receiving 3 bids at least, getting a written contract, and don't sign anything unless you fully understand the terms. They recommend paying 10% down or $1,000, whichever is less. So If something goes awry, you're not out too much money. You don't want to let the payments get ahead of the work. You want to keep records of the payments you are making. You do not want to pay the final payment until the final inspection is done, or you're satisfied with the job, or both. You do not want to pay cash, and you want to keep all related paperwork to your project in a file.
Well, that's a lot of great information on permitting, using the PLUS system, and contractor information from the Virginia Department of Professional and Occupational Regulations. Now, earlier you mentioned National Building Safety Month. It's my understanding that the Board of Supervisors recognized May as National Building Safety Month. What events is LDS doing to celebrate and bring awareness?
Yeah, so we have a couple. So tomorrow we're actually doing the deck boot camp, how to build a safe deck in Fairfax County. That's being held at the Harity Building from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. in conference rooms 106 and 107. Then next Tuesday, the 20th, we're doing what needs a permit and how to apply. That's going to be from 6:30 to 8:30 at the Sherwood Regional Library at 2501 Sherwood Hall Lane in Alexandria, Virginia. And then our last event of the month is Building Permits 101, what needs a permit, how to apply. Wednesday, May 28th, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Providence Community Center, 3001 Vaden Drive in Fairfax, Virginia.
Now, if you have any plans to do work around your home or hire a contract, I would encourage you to attend these events. So besides helping customers navigate through services provided by LDS, you also lead the Silver Shield Anti-Scam Campaign. What's that all about?
Well, as you are aware, it is a program requested by the Board of Supervisors back in April of 2017, where the county agencies would connect together to provide support to the Fairfax County Police Department on home improvement complaints and to educate the public about what scams are in our community. Silver Shield also provides tips on how to protect people from becoming victims of scams. And as you know, it's not just home improvement scams anymore, it's many, many other scams.
Yes, lots of scams. So who are the partners that are on the Silver Shield team?
Yes, so it's Land Development Services, Neighborhood and Community Services, Department of Emergency Management and Security, the Department of Public Works and Environmental Services, Fairfax County Police Department, Department of Family Services, Office of Public Affairs, the Fairfax Circuit Court, Department of Tax Administration helps us with the vacant land scams, Fairfax County Public Library, the Department of Cable and Consumer Services. We also have the Virginia Attorney General's Office and also AARP Virginia, who helps us with our Scam Jam.
So we're well represented.
We are.
Yes. So how successful has Silver Shield been since its creation?
Well, I think we've been very successful. So Silver Shield and AARP Virginia, like I just mentioned, we do Scam Jams. We've co-hosted 7 of those since 2018. We did 2 virtual in this very studio during the pandemic. Silver Shield has conducted over 160 outreach events, reaching approximately over 60,000 individuals. Our website is fairfaxcounty.gov/family-services/older-adults.
So what are some tips you want to give people to protect yourself from being a victim of a scam?
So some of the ones that we all give out is, number 1, you do not have to answer the telephone. You have the control and power to use this option. Number 2, you do not have to answer the door. Number 3, if something sounds too good to be true, then it probably is. Number 4, you do not want to click on unknown text or email messages. Number 5, you want to create strong password for online accounts. Number 6, create a safe word or passphrase with your family, so in the event there is a problem, it can assist in protecting you. And the example that is used is the grandparent scam, as we have talked about before, because again, they're convincing people that their grandchild is in jail.
Right, and I recently went to an event, and that's what they said. They got the grandparent, they called, and they said, well, what's our password? Because they had come up with one word with their grandchildren, and they knew they would say that word, and then she would know that, you know, something was wrong. So I thought that was a very good idea.
Yep.
So how was the recent Scam Jam event at the Northern Virginia Community College?
Well, we believe it was a very successful event. We had approximately 280 participants who were able to learn about scams that are in our community and what steps to take in order to prevent being a victim. We had vendors who represented the county agencies, Commonwealth of Virginia agencies, and federal agencies who provided information to our participants who what they can do to protect themselves and how to say no to scammers.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us today to share such valuable information about what Land Development Services does and how Silver Shield is assisting older adults on learning about scams and tips on how to protect yourself from becoming a victim. Now, if you have a consumer issue, please contact us at 703-222-8435. You can like us on Facebook at Fairfax County Consumer Affairs or visit our website at www.fairfaxcounty.gov/cableconsumer. Join us next month for Consumer Connection and enjoy your week.